it's like I think it's looking pretty good for them. There's Marcy Darks here, which I think is one of the busted kind of duo lanes at the moment, and you have Lauren and his Emma Spirit, which he completely carried games on multiple times at Dream League at. So I think whilst the carries are kind of like whatever, the rest it's all looking Aurora.
All right, I'll see if you're right, Owen. I'll be holding you to it. You won't be clear if you're wrong. Do the game.
Let's have a look. Let's see what goes down in this one, ladies and gentlemen. Aurora up against Wildcard. And as I say, I mean, it's something about these trolls as well, Fogged. I can just never get behind a troll.
I know.
Well, let's see. I think the only two players who've been able to win me over on a troll are Radan and Arme. Let's see if Yamson is ready to step up.
I feel like you sound like me about Terrorblade in the past. I'm liking TB a little bit more lately, but it was for me, the only people who could play TB in the past was Ame and Radan, right? Yes. Ame and Yatoro. So we'll see how this one ends up working with the troll Yamson playing it. The Aghanims, they've already talked about it ad nauseum. The Dispels versus the Ember versus the Darkseer can be very, very good. His matchup, too, can be very nice. But we'll see if that wall interaction does end up happening, because I've also seen that in the past. And let's see what the Veno can do. Because Speed, looking at his items, it's straight jungle.
I mean, it has
the Blightstone, the Sage's Mask, it's straight efficiency.
Yeah. Straight to the jungle. See, smoke on smoke. Who's going to find who? Mirror. He's got backup.
They don't want to commit any spell skills. Yeah, because then he'll skill rebound, so they're kind of both toying with each other a bit here.
You just can't kind of skill aggressively for first bloods as the Tides, especially considering as you're going to be left alone in the lane, right? Yeah. You can't go for some level 1 gush or something, surely. That'd be way too risky.
Here comes the violence!
They cut in the wave. So it looks like instead of doing the level 1 straight jungle, they're going to cut some of the creep wave with this. Interesting.
I mean, with the
3 heroes. Very unique approach. I've seen the Veno cut creep, cut like this before, but now with 3 heroes, they are splitting that XP between 3. So Speed, he'll just TP to the base, and then he's gonna go straight to the jungle afterwards. They'll switch the Tusk toward the top lane. Okay, and let's see how these lanes end up going down. As they mentioned, RCY playing the Dazzle mid, something that's haunting everybody's pubs at the moment, especially me. I hate this hero right now, but see how he does versus the Ember Spirit in the mid lane. Should be a pretty good matchup, as I'm saying that. The Darkseer does top.
Very nicely done there, top, getting the chance to punish him level 1. Get that first blood for Yamson on the troll.
Very nice. And that's why they wanted this troll. Very good lane, being able to play at distance versus the Darkseer, and they've got the Tusk. We did go for tag team, although Drinking Buddies was buffed in that last patch. Doesn't matter. People still just want the tag team for lane.
Chasing down Fade. They're going to get him.
They should have him.
I mean, this thing, when you run this Veno jungle, your offlaner
totally sacked.
Can have a bad time.
And, I mean, can have a bad time, you're saying. Can have a horrible time. He has 0 CS and he died to a no stun, no slow lane.
It's risky.
He just got walked down from a Windlace Phoenix, burning him.
We'll see how much he's able to get out of this, but indeed I don't think it's going to be fun times for Fade down here on the offlane.
Nightfall is going to literally have absolutely every single CS.
I mean, that's the thing. He's getting free fire.
And he's getting free HP, right?
So you're really putting a lot of stock in the Veno jungle turning up with some crazy item timing and making up for the fact that you're giving up this lane.
I mean, Fade can pull creep waves a bit here, but Panto got boots after getting the Windlace, so he can do pretty decent at walking him down, blocking the creeps to be able to connect the pull. So they will actually get the connect with all 4 creeps.
This is rough for Fade.
It's brutal for Fade.
Can't get this whole creep wave.
And he has to be careful how far he steps up. There's a skill point saved on Nightfall. He can go for open wounds once they see the Kraken proc.
Yeah. Obviously, good news for Wildcard, the mid lane.
Sorry, the innate, my bad.
It's a rough one in the mid, right? And this is just the power of the Dazzle.
100%. I was wondering if Lornoff maybe had some trick up his sleeve to deal with the lane, but I don't know if there is a trick up your sleeve to deal with the Dazzle as an Ember Spirit.
We'll see that, because one of the things Lornoff was doing very well during Dream League, he was able to make comebacks from bad lanes.
Yeah.
He is a player that does not suffer if he's having to play from behind after a tough lane matchup.
But this is one of the hardest lane matchups.
For sure.
This is Huskar level.
Yeah.
He's just gonna keep getting poked there from RCY. Yeah, this hero's timings, the Aghanims, we can talk about it once we get to these points, but it is pretty crazy how much you can actually do on this hero nowadays. You just play from a billion miles away, and if they can't get to you, you do have some crazy potential. And talking about the other lanes too, since we were talking about how miserable Tide's game is, Toronto's is also quite slowed down. After getting killed initially top, he's had to creep, manipulate, pull the wave. He's gonna get a wave here under the tower, but some slow levels and slow farm for him too. And Speed's doing Ancients. I'll be watching.
The Venom's going to be fat.
He will hit 6, what, 5? It's usually 5 minutes, 15 or so.
And I feel like in the games, like you can have a variation of items that you do choose to rush when you're going for this Venom jungle. What do you think you'll be going for this game? Is it the mech, or do we even see like the sneakier one that we had once, where we had this Venom hitting the jungle and just rushing the Orchid?
That's interesting. There could definitely be potential for the Orchid this game, but I think he would likely just go down regular route. Okay, but yeah, we'll have to see.
Their structures.
Mid lane, they get the chains. RCY is deep.
Here's a
Big heal.
He comes here with the backup.
Massive heal.
Will go down. RCY, can he survive this? He can.
Oh god, I hate Dazzle.
Gets away with it.
That looks like my pubs. The Dazzle just lives. Oh man, yeah, massive heal. Connects, I think, every single one of the damage instances hits on the Ember. 1100 damage there from RCY. That looked like he was potentially dead too, under the tower, the TP. Gonna be a slow one here for Lornoff. Lane.
Oh, Shard's not quite able to grab Toronto Tokyo completely.
Start's looking pretty good for the side of Wildcard, even though Fade is struggling so much. I know it's, of course, going to be free farming in this Dazzle. 28-7 to 10 last hits. Fade, does the Blubber proc get a good time? Oh, really? Be okay.
This is the thing. Are you happy sort of trading your kind of the support offlane vibe between these two? You know, saying, you know what, Tide, you're gonna have a terrible game. Venom,
so.
You're gonna have an amazing game.
I think so. In this type of state, because the top lane's also going so well, because you have the Troll versus Darkseer, I think this is very value. And yeah, it's 5 minute 15. He's slightly off from the level 6, but once he finishes off these dragons, he should pretty much have it. Lornoff.
Good slide.
And he's still dead.
Not good enough. Good old Dazzle. It's beautifully disguised. Hey, look at the smile on RCY's face there.
Of course.
He was smiling. He knows the pain that he's putting Lornoff through.
So I'll wait until Fade gets down on the bottom.
Speed's gonna turn up.
Level 6 already.
Backup's in. Oh. Okay, this is not the turn up that Speed wanted to do. They get 1 kill.
He gives a lot. That's a lot of XP he gives.
Yeah,
it's a level 6 Venom.
Yeah, they're gonna tip him for that.
Instantly.
That's rough. He turned up and died.
He's like, oh, thank you for giving Nightfall level 6 immediately now on this Lifestealer.
No.
Okay, maybe I take back what I said 5 seconds ago about it.
That's rough. that doesn't feel great. That would I tell you what, that would cause some problems in pubs, right? You had this guy in the jungle, hits level 6, turns up, dies to the carry
instantly.
Somebody's not happy with the state of the game. Yeah. That happens. That's rough.
Still doing well in their lanes, though. All things considered, right? Tide does die. They get a free kill, but Dazzle is massive. And
let's have a look.
So let's see. Oh, and what build have you seen? I've seen Ags, the Blink.
I think,
Ags, Blink, and then I've seen either Daedalus a couple games, which is crazy, but it actually works. And I've seen... I can't remember what the other build was, but I'll remember it later.
They're going to try and make a play, mate. Good change. Nightfall's turning up for this. Snowball by a little bit of safety here for the Dazzle's body, but he's enough to learn to live. He's
It's a big heal.
Alive. RCY walks it off.
How is he alive? Oh my god, he killed. The poison just gets... Oh my god. 4-0 and 2.
Yeah.
He's off to a hot start. Goodness gracious, man. It's and not just the pubs. Look at the damage. 4,300. What other hero can do that? This is before even Aghanims or Shard or anything, too. Holy moly.
And that was them having a pretty good setup of going on the Dazzle, right? They brought in the numbers, Aurora. They brought in Nightfall.
I need to see this again. It's insane how much damage it actually ended up doing. He did get the poison onto everybody, so all 4 were grabbed up from it. But look at this heal.
4 heroes, they're hitting him. They couldn't kill him.
Boom. The heal plus the illusion.
Coming out as well, yeah. He's out of there.
I mean, it was very well played from RCY. Great patience on the illusion rune to get the final second dispel there and get that heal burst.
Radiant's middle tower is under
attack. Other things to point out too at the Dazzles. I feel like if you have that secondary save hero, it makes such a big difference because there he didn't have Grave as well too, but having a snowball and then the potential of the graving yourself too. Definitely some crazy stuff. To mid tower is nearly dead. Speed. Lornoff again.
He didn't have a remnant out. So he's only able to throw it out a pretty short distance. He's got another one now, but
Poison.
he's gone. Yeah, he just didn't have one defensively prepared there.
Didn't expect that side gank there from Speed. See why? Well, he's halfway to Aghanims already. Nightfall's got his work cut out for him this game. They essentially have like a support Ember Spirit in the mid lane at this point now. Bottom of the three heroes on net worth, not even just cores, just across the board.
This is going to be quite an interesting game to see how it plays out.
Because we do have to say also, right? Sure, it's not a Tide versus a Lycan like we saw in that last game, but this is definitely a game with a Tide that can also do very good with Shard, right? He's playing versus the Ember and the Darkseer again. So, super value, especially if the Ember's this shut down. This has to be one of the roughest starts for Lorenoff I've seen.
Absolutely. This is not going to be easy for him to pick himself up from. As I said, though, he has done it before.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So definitely still a chance for Lorenoff. Some fantastic performances previously. So we've got to keep our eyes on him, see what sort of recovery he is able to make happen, and just remember where he is right now.
And at some points in the game, he will have this Ion Shell, right? And when he does have Max Flame Guard too, there's actually not that much, I was looking, there's not that much magic damage to break his Flame Guard too, so he could do quite a bit of work once he starts getting that online to run down heroes, but yeah, Wildcard, it's a 4K lead out of lanes.
Great start.
That's pretty phenomenal. And Fade's even starting to be able to hit the bottom tower when he was earlier, just completely pushed out of the lane.
And it's pretty crazy that he's on the verge of taking that tier 1.
Yeah.
When you consider the lane setup and the fact that he had just no game for the first few waves.
Are you okay?
Just the impact of one team just literally having no mid laner to do pretty much anything at the moment because of that matchup. Fair enough. Trying to make it work with the Ion Shell here.
Good for Big Num. He's got the snowball and he's got the backup as well with the grave coming out from RC1. The front remnant down. Big Num's going to get healed up. Look at those heals getting pumped into him. He's perfectly fine.
Yeah, he's perfectly fine. 1K till Aghanims. It's only going to get scarier and scarier to try to bring down this Dazzle.
I mean, yeah, who's going to deal with the Dazzle?
The heal becomes so crazy. I mean, everything becomes crazy once you get it. And there's the Mage Slayer. So Fade following Saberlight's guide in that last game. And this tower looks like it's pretty much done. They're even bringing the Dazzle down to potentially get a secondary kill. Pento has its 6.
Radiant's bottom tower
Stuff from Wildcard so far.
It's huge, right? Like, there's no pressure on Troll Warlord. He's gotten a free start. He got early kill. His Battle Fury is going to be online. Everything is going in their favor at the moment. And it looks like it's actually a Pavis into Pipe build on speed. So a little bit of a switch up there, but
okay.
Either way, very valuable this game.
Of course, all this time, Yamsen, he's been getting a lot of space top as well.
Yep.
He had to deal with, of course, 2 heroes in his lane, but didn't die.
Nope. He had full free farm, and he's going to have the benefit of having, he's going to have Tide with the Vlad's buffing him up, plus Gushes later on. The Weave that comes out. It's still called Weave, right, on his name? Yes, Weave that comes out. I was like, did they change this name? No, they didn't. So, extra minus armor. It's definitely a formidable matchup that Aurora's got coming up in these next 15, 20 minutes. The Ember Spirit just unable to recover, really. Ravage is online.
Yeah, I mean, there's dancing around the mid here, but I don't know if Aurora want to show for his 12-minute power, and it's risky. Lorenoff stepping up. He wants the rune. He'll get it.
Wildcard's got the numbers here. No tower for them to get, though, so this is just them pressuring the Ember out. While Dazzle finishes up the Aghanims, it's getting closer and closer.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Nightfall, about 1,000 until his Radiance, till he starts getting more involved, too. Keeping up pace versus the Troll.
I mean, you sort of agree overall, like the panel mentioned, that the matchup, just head-to-head, is just... It is one where the Troll is favored. Like,
always.
Carries, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he always has been. But Lifesteal overall as a hero has been in better states for most of these times. Just easier to play. Troll is just a weird hero.
Under attack.
But yeah, core-to-core matchup has been very favorable.
Yeah.
Until people started realizing the Ags build on the Lifestealer after some time, and now the Ags, of course, doesn't do the same things as it once did. Oh, yeah, we'll have to see.
Smoking into this, but this is a Dazzle with an Aghanims.
Oh, goodness. That is early. 1700 HP.
See if they can kill it. He's ready with the ult. The backup's coming in. They're trying to focus the Dazzle, but they can't do this. They've got to start running. The Ravage comes out. It's going to clip on towards him. He grabs upon himself. RCY. Stick charge. He's fine.
He's perfectly fine.
Under no threat whatsoever. 3 heroes die for their efforts from Aurora. They get nothing.
This is going to be one hell of a mountain to climb for Aurora. This Dazzle has now survived another gank. I think that's, how many times is that? That's 3 or 4 times that RCY has survived a 3 or 4 man gank, turns it around, gets multiple kills, 6-0 and 5, top of the net worth. Ember still at the bottom of the cores by a significant margin, and no Radiant still for Nightfall. 5,400 damage.
What do they do? What's the answer for the Dazzle?
Ban it. I mean, the matchup just clearly at this point right now was way too hard for them to deal with the Ember. I mean, now at this point it's just recovery. You just have to kind of hope that you can get these type of big team fights once you have the lifesteal Radiance, because everybody else is falling off massively.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's an Albert build from Toronto, Tokyo, so no auras on the side of Aurora either. These fights do look very complicated for them now at this point. You have to go for the Dazzle first, but you have to bypass through a Tide.
Yeah, there's so much.
And there's a Tusk to save him. There's just so many different things. The lineup for them is really working out. So yeah, Aurora, I mean, Radiance is now done, but I'm wondering when they feel confident enough to be able to fight now versus this Dazzle, as they've shown now multiple times. They just can't quite finish him off. They do not really have the greatest disables to do so, to stop him from getting these spells off.
It just feels like they've got nowhere to fight him to him right now. They got to kind of avoid action.
They're gonna, you know, these 15 minutes, so it's Tormentor time as well, so Wildcard can look to start setting up for that if they'd like to, and Aurora, I guess they just get as much as they can on the map during it, because contesting there is not possible. Usually we've seen some teams take fights after the Tormentor because people are low, but with the Dazzle, everyone's going to be pretty healthy. They just have to try to maximize where they can.
Well, they're looking top for Nightfall. He should be okay.
He's got a ward.
No real way to get the catch on him.
They're going to instantly get rid of that ward.
Avoid the action.
Avoid the action and deal with the fact that you're playing versus 4 cores, and maybe even a 5th core, because Dazzle kind of counts as 2 heroes.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Level
attack.
12 online for RCY, continues to just dig up those water runes, and now after getting Tormentor, just straight into Roche. For Aurora fighting in this area, just very complicated versus the Dazzle and versus the Ravage.
Let them have it.
Yeah, you just gotta let it go down.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
No chance of a fight right now from Aurora.
I mean, Lornoff and Nightfall are kind of farming similar area too, so they both have to lead creeps for each other. Things are definitely awkward for the side of Aurora.
Has fallen to the Dire.
And they just very good timings on Yamsun.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
This is the thing as well. I mean, do Wildcard have to force the lead
Is under attack.
considering their lineup, or
Radiant's top tower is under
no need to?
attack.
You probably don't really fully need to, but why not when you have this tremendous of an advantage with this Dazzle? They can look to just poke these towers from a distance, force glyphs, force reaction.
Dire's
If there's no
bottom
reaction, you
tower
can definitely look
is
to take the
under
towers. Mirror will show bottom. We'll finish off that tower. Toronto, Tokyo also still down here. Yeah, tier 2 top. It's dropping.
Dire's bottom tower
They have the
is under
glyph.
attack.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yamsun, yeah, he's just gonna go back in with his fervor stacks.
Dire's
Tower's
bottom
probably just dead.
tower is under attack.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower
They want
has
to poke
fallen.
high ground.
I think
And you might
can.
try to see what happens.
I think you can, right? You kind of, or you go mid. You know, you can just
True Fate's bringing in the mid.
one of the two.
Radiant's top
They're
tower
gonna
is
poke.
Let's see what
under
happens.
attack.
Yep, just force reaction. You know they're just farming.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Looks like Radiant
TP back
closed
here
the
from
blast
Pants on the
doors.
Phoenix. Ready got Supernova.
Fresh Vlads for Fade and a fresh Blink on Bignum for the save or for the jump. Wilson getting cooked.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Don't keep trying to push it. Aurora, what are they gonna do?
Radiant's top tower is
Waves coming in. Mira is trying to catch the next wave top, but he's a bit slow. They're gonna have this full wave. This full wave could get the racks. They're gonna try to poke it. Throwing off and Panto.
Gonna get the tower at the least. If we go on here nice and early, 18 minutes.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yamson says he wants to heal. Okay, so he's back. I was like, where's he going? He's battle trancing off Ancients before he comes back to the push.
Still plenty of time left with that Aegis, so they are indeed going to be revisiting here for the barracks.
Dire's bottom tower is
I'm
under
trying to
attack.
hold them back, but not really a lot that he can do right now as the lifesteal and just the Radiance and Yasha.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Not much they can do. 2 minutes still on Aegis. They just have to watch their racks go down, attempting to burn them, but it's gone. One of the earlier racks we've seen, it gets denied. Nice job, Larnoff, but 19-minute double racks in the top lane.
Instantly over towards the mid. So they can try and find Mira.
Can't move.
I'm not gonna lie, this is Jesus.
They're running out of options, Aurora.
And you see the lines drawn. They're just looking to force in everything. Fade saying, I'm going to push in bottom. You guys push in mid. And maybe they just get ready to close the game out. 20 minutes in. Nightfall's farm is good, but he still doesn't feel confident to jump in for a fight. The punch down.
Got him as well with a follow snowball. He's got the remnant luring off.
He's so slow. He'll be able to get away.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Still,
attack.
it's so dangerous. You get caught by one of these jumps, you do run the risk of dying from this overwhelming damage during the punch alone.
They used their other glyph, the high ground one. Not wanting to save that.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So 1 minute on the Aegis.
Hey, they're pinging at bottom. Tide's forcing the lane in completely. Toronto Tokyo's trying to cut wave. Wildcard looking to continue this onslaught.
Dark light. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Let's see what Aurora does. Can't even mount the defense.
Radiant's middle
Bringing back
tower is
Nightfall
under
soon. I
attack.
believe he's got Mantha in a short moment, but not quite yet.
Got the Shivas.
All right, let's see what they can do.
Radiant's middle tower
Jump
is
immediately.
They're going to go straight towards Marcy. Mira's in trouble. He's gone.
Wrap around from the back. They've got the infest.
I mean, it's awkward that they're going to try. Lauren's in. Be able to get the jump away as well. It does bait out the Nothel projection. Now they're going to try and kill the Dazzle, but he's over side of the high ground. Supernova's in position from Panto. To them focus Bignum first. Break comes out there. Bignum's going to be kept safe. Toronto Tokyo is dead. Bignum's going to get the chance to get the snowball off. Surely they can at least kill him after this. No, he's able to get the blink off.
He's stuck.
Well, he's fine. Laurenov's got no way out of this.
This game's over. There's nothing they can do.
They're certainly feeling that way. They'll get Nightfall out of there. They do have buyback available on Laurenov, but the mid-racks under pressure. Wildcard.
I mean,
1 minute in.
They still have a tier 2 bottom, I guess, to hold on, but the heals keep coming out. Everyone's back to full except for the Tusk. That was their big wombo combo play, and it didn't connect at all. It did almost nothing, actually.
I mean, that is, yeah. He's got the blip. We'll maybe see it now, but yeah, Fade not needing to use Ravage so far.
It feels like he hasn't really needed to do much so far. He's been honestly straight up chilling.
After kind of being bullied in the laning stage for the first few minutes, after that he did fine. Got the tower early.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Everything just sort of got blown open by the fact that this Dazzle mid. What can you do?
He deleted it. He deleted your mid and your 2 supports.
Yep.
You rotated 3 heroes and died. So yeah, that's very impressive from RCY. We probably won't see too much more Dazzle, especially not if it's in their Ember Spirit. They're gonna go for it again. They're gonna try for the Hallelujah wraparound.
This is into everything. The Ravage,
Radiant's bottom tower is
the
under
Nothel
attack.
projection. They've got it ready, Wild.
Bignum's on the north side, so they'll see him first. He spots them.
And the Ravage, they're out. On the free of them, shuts it down straight away. Double kill for RCY.
That is a double kill.
And they'll tap out.
It's GG.
Well, there we go.
A beatdown. Truly a beatdown. One of the harder stops I've seen.
Yeah, I underestimate the dazzle. I think Aurora did as well. I don't think they were expecting it to come at them this hard from RCY.
No, I think that they honestly they probably expected to get 1 or 2 kills on the rotations when he overextends with the but
They could.
they all die.
They killed.
They literally all.